Nigeria,
For life, for life,
Nigeria.
for life.
I can feel the excitement in your heart. I think you are very happy that your team won 4-0 today.
And I'm happy for today's game, but I'm not so happy as a Nigerian.
Because you didn't make it to the...
Yes, we didn't make it to the World Cup. We only made it to the playoff thanks to the character of the boys in this last game. So hopefully, maybe they can have a chance at redemption and do something extraordinary to get to the World Cup.
Watching the game today and watching our previous games, did you think that there is now an identity in our style of play after watching today's game?
Yes, I think so. The current coach is proving to be a very good coach. Game by game is delivering. It's delivering, and you get to see that the team there's potential for the team, and they have the potentials to soar higher than their current position. And it's so painful in a group where we have the likes of Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Rwanda,
South Africa, Benin
Republic. Nigeria is finding it hard to qualify. There are a lot. We have a very high expectation for them. There are only a few countries in Africa where you can compare Nigeria in terms of squad. So we expect more for them. So a bit happy, a bit disappointed. After watching today's game, what is that thing that you think that we've been doing wrong that we did right today? I think it's just the character. The character. Osimhen has been showing that is one of the very big leaders of the team. From the time when we considered let go and he was angry, he had issues with coaches, had issues with players. It just shows the kind of mentality that he's a winner and all of that. So ever since then, whenever he's available for us, he has been delivering with goals, delivering with commitment, character and all of it. So you want to see that kind of commitment from other players as well. So he has shown that he's the leader. He's one of the leaders of the Super Eagles. So I just want to see more character. That's all. Watching us today, we complained about lack of completed passes in the team. How we doesn't play as a team. Today, we played as a team. We were very direct. We were always working hard to get the ball into the box. These were things we've been racking before. Why didn't we do these things earlier? It all boils down to my previous interview. I've always made it clear that football is about culture. You need to, even if you have the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, and you don't have the culture. Messi has been in Argentina for a very long time, and they have not been delivering for him. You understand? But the moment they begin to create a team around him, create a team with a very good culture for them to perform. Now Argentina, with or without Messi, they are going to deliver. You understand? So that is the kind of thing we are supposed to work towards, as a nation. This is not a football club. This is a nation we are talking about. Our pride as Nigerians is on stake here. You understand? So the players, I don't think there's any money on that is there for them to pick up. That is going to be maybe impactful in their life. I don't think there's any money that they can pay them in participating in the World Cup. But our pride as Nigerians is at stake. You understand? So they need to represent us properly, and you need to create the environment for these players to if you look at the last match, we showed character in the last match as well. We showed that the team is coming together. You understand? Most especially today's game. Oh, fantastic football from us. Fantastic football. The first half was very good. Even the second half, we had some moments where we were sleeping up, but we came back into the game as early as possible, and that was credit to you can see that the team now understands what they are doing. You understand? So, and success is about long term. You look at Manchester City; they have been planning their success for a very long time. They had a very good squad before bringing the coach Pep Guardiola. It took Jurgen Klopp like 9 years to succeed in Premier League. Mikel Arteta is still struggling to get his first major trophy in Arsenal. They have a very beautiful team. So it's about the long term. It's about the long time. In the last few years, Nigeria has changed coach. They keep on changing coach, like they are appointing them without knowing what they are coming to do. You understand? You understand. So if you have a plan, you bring a coach that is going to bring something to the table. The coach is promising you in the next 1, 2, 3 years, I'm going to take Nigeria from here to here. You understand? So that is the kind of thing we want to see. We don't want to see you bring Finidi George to come and do interim, bring Guaven come and do interim. What is all of those things? You understand? We had a coach who took us to the AFCON. He showed that he has a plan for us. He took us to some point. Maybe he had issues. Before you know, they say he has issues. Then before you know, they say I've sacked him. You know, is this what we want to be doing as a nation? You understand? Our pride is at stake. You understand? So we need a plan. Look at Roberto Martinez in Portugal. He's there for a year plus now. He has won them a trophy the last time. He didn't win a trophy in his first year, but he has won them a trophy now. You understand? So in the last, after they appointed him after 2022 World Cup. This is his third year. His first year he didn't win anything. His second year he won the Nations League. Now this is the third year on a row. They are on their way to the World Cup. Maybe he can deliver for them. Look at Scaloni in Argentina. You understand? He's been there for how many years now? You understand? So look at how long Gareth Southgate was at England. Took them to the rear of success. You understand? So these are countries that have plans for their national teams, and these are the kind of things we want to see as Nigerians. Not you change coach today, you change coach tomorrow. In the last few years, the coach that has stayed long in Nigeria as a coach is Garnacho. How many years? 2 years?
No, 5 years.
Is it up to 5 years?
Yes.
Oh, 5 years. I didn't even know he stayed that long.
5 years.
Okay, 5 years. You know, so we want to see character, we want to see unity, we want to see structure. You know, when you have a structure, you know, in economics you say they have the people fit it into the structure. You know, the economy does not work without institutions. So you put the structures into the place. Players come. There's already a culture. There's what. So once you are called, you understand. Culture, yes. So the player, England will call player to national team. France will call player to national team, and they are very happy. They are eager to go and everything. But ours is not so beautiful. You understand? So we make it. You make it beautiful. You understand? And there should be discipline. There should be proper culture in the team. So if we have that, I think we are going to go far, because Nigeria as a nation has gone far when it comes to football. We have legends, we have talents, and we have squad as at now. We have talents everywhere, all over the world as at now. So you need to plan. I don't know what they are doing there. That's just the honest. I don't know what they are doing there. You understand? You need to plan, come up with something, bring up somebody that is going to deliver for us, somebody that is going to be there to be at the forefront, the sailor. Let the person be here to direct our ship. You understand? Somebody who has a plan. I don't know what they are doing, to be honest. I don't know what they are doing. So that is what I think is the problem. And if you see with the spirit, I will say thank Osimhen. I thank Osimhen a lot, because in the last match, immediately after the match, he called the huddle, spoke to the players, give them the motivation they needed, and all of, amongst every other thing that is, he's a leader of the pitch, he's a leader on the pitch. These are the kind of people we need, and these players need competitions as well. They need competition as well. So these are the kind of things we want to be seeing as Nigerians, so that we'll be happy to know when we are watching the Super Eagles, we say, yes, this is my country.
You just spoke about Osimhen. Looking at him, he scored hat-trick today. He got 3 goals today. Currently, he has 29 goals for the Super Eagles. He's the current second highest goal scorer in the history of Nigerian football. He also has 12 assists in 44 appearances. Looking at the guy with his fighting spirit, what do you think is the structure? We talked about structure now. What do you think is the structure that the Super Eagles need to put in place to complement the guy's efforts?
You just need to create a team that works for him to be able to thrive. You understand? You can see we have a perfect striker, a very good one at that. You understand? You can't name 5 strikers that are better than Osimhen in the current football.
Sure.
In the world.
He's in the top 5.
You understand? Correct. So you have a striker and you create a team around this guy. He can deliver. He has shown what he can do today. As always. You understand? So you have somebody who is there to prove that there's talent, there's you bring the squad together. You understand? The first is you need a sailor, the person who is going to be at the helm of affairs, the person who is going to say, okay, this is the culture when you come. Football is about, in football they rest players, they rent hotels for them, they pay them well. You understand? They give them time with their family, they do almost everything for them. All of it is just to make those players in the right frame of mind to perform,
to be psychologically sound.
Psychological sound is very, very important. The moment they don't have that, it's going to be difficult for them. Then you have Nigeria when you are discussing that they are playing players or they are not paying players. It's absurd, honestly. It's absurd. I watched an interview of recent where Sunday Olise was complaining about the 2002 World Cup. He said he was the captain at the time. They had to struggle, they were 5 points behind just like now. At the time, and they had to struggle to win the match. He as the captain, the team was they had the match on Friday, the team was supposed to assemble on Tuesday or so. Then he had to come on Sunday and be there with Stephen Keshi at the time, who was looking for the managerial job with the coach at the time and everything. Then they pushed the struggle. He chatted the player, ring the player, reach out to them, do everything, and they come. And the agreement was that if they qualify for the World Cup, they were going to pay them $1 million at the time. They paid them the $1 million after qualifying for the World Cup. The agreement was that the Super Eagles team was going to take $500,000, while the NFF will retain $500,000 for administration. You get? And in the end, this is 2025. Since 2002, they've not paid them, and eventually they dropped 80% of them and picked other people to go and represent Nigeria at the 2002 World Cup. You getting it now?
Yes.
So this is the kind of country we are. This is the kind of country where people work and you don't give them their rights. You understand? You don't give them their rights. So one way or the other, some of these players are dispirited. But amongst all, we want to see good performance. You understand? We want to see good performance. We want to see quality. We want to see even if they beat us, make we know say okay, Nigeria, it just happen like that because they're the big countries too. You understand? But it's not as if we'll be playing football. People that cannot complete passes. Look at this today's game was way too easy. When the spirit was there, when the mind was there, when the play was there.
We have to score early, start the fighting.
When everything was there, you can see how easy people were not say, how did they beat us in the first match? How?
Because the spirit was not there.
You understand? So these are the kind of things you just need to create. I will still say it. This situation we have now is thanks to Osimhen. It's thanks to Osimhen because he has shown it. It is there immediately after the last match. That passion. He always, he has always shown, always delivering on the pitch. He has always
been very enthusiastic about everything.
So these are the kind of spirit we want the likes of Iwobi, others to show it. Sure. Because when they show it, the people that are coming from the behind will know that okay, you understand. So, but all of it is still boiled down to NFF. We need people that's going to be at the helm of affairs, people that are going to plan properly for Nigeria. So that's the kind of thing we are looking forward to.
So our next moving forward, the only way forward for us to be in US in 2026 is through playoff, and that would be a kind of hard way because we must finish as the second best runner-up in Africa, where we now go in the a kind of conference qualifiers, where we are going to meet other best losers at the same time. Moving forward, what is that thing that Nigeria must fix if we are going to get into that playoff? What is that thing that we must fix for us to be in the
as it stands, it's just for them to continue to show what they have shown today. Just for them to continue to show that they have the quality to be there. They want to be there. You understand? So they just need to show that they want to be at the 2026 World Cup. Because if they are able to show it than the others, because that is what it is. Basically, they do a group of six teams, 10 matches. The leader of the group wins. That's the person that has shown more desire to be there. So if they want to be there, they need to deliver in African playoff. They still need to deliver at intercontinental playoff as well. So they are able to be there. So they just need to show what they are showing today. They showed a lot of spirit today. It's been long since I last watched Nigeria. I think the last game that I watched that I was hyped was the 2018 World Cup against Iceland?
Against Iceland, the way we won 2-0.
Well, Ahmed Musa
scored 2 goals. Yes.
You understand? So that was the last game that I watched that I was high spirited in Nigeria, and I think the AFCON final. So though they beat us, but I don't follow Nigeria as much as you would want me to follow, because I'm always disappointed at the results. You understand? So I don't follow Nigeria as much as the club football, but at least the details are there that I know, that I follow sometimes. But the last time I watched the match that I was so hyped was in 2018. So
if we don't make it final, we don't make it into the 2026 World Cup in the USA, is it the administration, is it the players, or the management that will take the blame?
Like I've been saying since, it all boils down to the management. You know, what is that thing that is not giving the players the hype? What did they do to the players now that they are now ready to play? You understand? What did they do to the players now that they are now ready to take the game by the scuff of the neck? You understand? Why have they not done it way before now? So it all boils down to the management. You need to ask the management what is happening. They need to come up with a plan.